Good morning to all and welcome to the session, the Hindu Editorial Analysis for Proficiency in English. Today's editorial is all about shuttle badminton, the recent success. It belongs to the sports arena, and I'm sure you guys can relate to the editorial. Surprisingly, not too many words to learn, a familiar topic, sports related, should not be a problem to comprehend. And besides the editorial, today we're going to work on errors, a new pattern, synthesis, idioms, spelling error, idioms, and as usual, editorial words. Let us go to the words. What are the words you're going to learn? As I said, not too many words, only a few words. Quartet. Quartet means any group of four persons or things. Easy to make out. And thrive, we have got many a time. What is the meaning of the word thrive? Prosper or flourish. Usually it goes with business, thriving business and flourishing business. Silver lining, it is an idiomatic expression we have got many a time. What does it mean? A sign of hope or a positive aspect in an otherwise negative situation. In a negative situation, there is a hope, then we say silver lining. Gate crash. I don't know why they have used this over here. The meaning of the expression gate crash, enter without an invitation or ticket, but it has been used in the editorial. That's a bit surprising. Heartwarming, emotionally rewarding or uplifting. Magnitude, the great size or extent of something. Magnitude of the problem, magnitude of progress, usually we say. Dismal performance, a typical combination. Dismal means pitifully or disgracefully bad. Something very bad, especially when it comes to performance, we say dismal show, dismal performance. Crunch usually goes with financial crunch, a typical combination, to tighten or squeeze financially. But in the editorial, it has been used. Quality crunch means dearth of quality. Havoc, wreak havoc. You have got many a time. Havoc means what? Widespread destruction. Wreak havoc means to cause widespread destruction. Reveal, from that you get revelation, a surprising and previously unknown fact that has been disclosed to others. Surprise, in a way. Compatriot, you have got for the first time, a fellow citizen or national of a country. Nosedived, this goes with prices, progress, standards, a fast and sudden fall to the ground with the front pointing down. Usually it goes with aeroplanes. Those are the words, not too many words, perhaps 10 or 12 words, and some of them are quite familiar. Let us go to the editorial. The Quartet of Hope. So, what is the meaning of the word quartet? Any group of four persons or four things. Usually it goes with the music industry, a group of four singers, but generally also it means a group of four people. So it talks about hope in the field of, in the arena of shuttle badminton. Yes, disclose, reveal, make public. What is the main idea of this? I don't know how many of you followed World Championship badminton, shuttle badminton. Indian men did well. Unfortunately, Sindhu could not do well. So it talks about, based on that, four Indian players, men especially, they have done extremely well. Based on that, Indian men thrived on badminton's big stage and returned with two medals. Indian men thrived. Thrive means what? To do well, prosper, flourish. Indian men, four of them, in fact, that's why Quartet of Hope. Indian men thrived on badminton's big stage, World Championship, that is ultimate, and returned with two medals. Shrikant got a medal, Lakshya Sen got a medal. One got silver, the other got bronze. And there's one today, whatever you see, violet color, underlined, important. I'm going to talk about that. Exam point of view, very important. So you may ask, sir, how is it important? Return. I'm sure you all know redundancy. A lot of people say he returned back from Delhi. He returned back from some place. Is that right or wrong? A return back. It is not correct. A return means to come back. You cannot say return back. That is redundancy. And people also say revert back. Revert back is also not correct. That is another common error. So this that you have to recollect. Return with two medals, one silver, the other bronze. This is the main idea. It's all about men's performance at the World Championship. It also touches Sindhu's failure, quarters she got knocked out, and it talks about these players how they have been doing, their past, their present, the future, and also what is important when it comes to overall the scenario in our country in the field of in the arena of shuttle badminton. Coming as it did, this is an important expression, but it goes with written English. Coming as it did after some ordinary showings, not phenomenal, in the Olympic year, the performances of K. Srikanth, Lakshya Sen, and H.S. Pranoy in the recent Badminton World Badminton Championship provided the proverbial silver lining. Violet, do remember important from the exam point of view. Silver lining. I'm sure you guys know we have got many a time. What is the meaning of silver lining? Every cloud has a silver lining. It means in a bad situation or a dismal scenario, you see some hope. Then we use silver lining. So this sentence talks about, as I said, the four quartet. It starts with the number four. And it talks about the performances of Srikanth, Lakshya Sen, Pranoy in the recent World Badminton Championship organized by BWF provided the proverbial silver lining. Means some hope is there. That trio, three people, we use the word trio. The trio ranked between 14 and 19 in the world gate crashed into the quarterfinals. This is a bit surprising. I don't know why they have used gate crashed over here. Perhaps in a way, no one expected them to enter quarterfinals and they entered. Then that could be the reason. But what is the meaning of the expression gate crash? Enter a party or other gathering without an invitation or ticket. You go to a party, you go to a gathering without any invitation. Then we use the expression gate crash. Here it's a bit surprising. Still, the trio ranked between 14 and 19 in the world. These three players, what are the ranks between 14 and 19? Gate crashed into the quarterfinals. Perhaps no one expected, and it was a surprise, a pleasant surprise, into the quarterfinals before young, just 20, Lakshya claimed the bronze, and Srikanth gave the country its first world silver in men's singles for the first time, unexpectedly, obviously, in this context. So it talks about the trio, and all of them. Pranoy could not reach quarters, but Lakshya got bronze, and Srikanth entered the finals. He could not win the title, a runner-up, and he could get silver in men's singles for the first time. This heartwarming display, again, I would like to reiterate whatever underlined Violet, important from the exam point of view, either idiomatic expression or an important phrase, a standard phrase, an important combination. This heartwarming display, heartwarming means emotionally rewarding or uplifting, something very positive. When you get success, you use heartwarming display. Lessen the disappointment following defending women's champion PV Sindhu's quarterfinal loss. PV Sindhu, the defending champion, last time she won the medal, and it was a bit disappointing. She could not reach semi-finals. Also, she lost in quarterfinals. On the one hand, men they did so well. On the other hand, the lone fighter PV Sindhu she could not live up to the expectations, and she crashed out quarterfinals. This heartwarming display lessened the disappointment because she could not win. A lot of people must have got disappointed, but the performance of the four players lessened that disappointment following defending women's champion PV Sindhu's quarterfinal loss. easy to understand. In fact, the true magnitude means the size or extent of something. In fact, the true magnitude and timing of the performance of these men, the four, could be understood better when seen against the backdrop of the failed crop of Indian teen talent in the past decade. Now, this talks about the present scenario in our country when it comes to shuttle badminton. The performance of these men could be understood better when seen against the backdrop. We have got many a time, this is an important expression, against the backdrop of something, against the background, another expression, of the failed crop. Here, nothing to do with agriculture. Failed crop of Indian teen talent means in the past decade, last 10 years, if you take, we haven't come across a new player. We always come across the same old names: Shrikant, Pranay, Sai Pranit, and these are the players, but there's an exception. Lakshya Sen, an exception. So this sentence talks about overall scenario when it comes to shuttle badminton in our country. In fact, the true magnitude and timing of the performance of these men could be understood better when seen against the backdrop of the failed crop of Indian teen talent, important expression, teenage, teen talent, in the past decade. If no serious talent has emerged in the last decade among the ladies, ladies also no different. If no serious talent has emerged present perfect in the last decade among the ladies, the recent rise of Lakshya Sen is an exception in the dismal scenario in men's singles. If you look at women's, only two names stand out. One is PV Sindhu, the other one, now not in the limelight, Saina Nehwal. There is no other name. And when it comes to men's singles, same old names: Shrikant, Pranoy, Sai Praneeth, all these players. But there is an exception. What is the exception? The recent rise of Lakshya Sen is an exception. An exception, remember that phrase, in the dismal scenario in men's singles. Dismal scenario, an important expression. Scenario in this context means situation. Dismal, that's an important word. Pitifully or disgracefully bad, something very bad. We use the word dismal. Usually it goes with performance, show, dismal performance. A closer look reveals that India has only one serious pair, each in men's doubles and women's doubles, but none in mixed doubles. So when it comes to shuttle badminton, we have men's singles, women's singles, and if you look at the pair in the sense of doubles, we have men's doubles, women's doubles, and mixed doubles. This sentence talks about a closer look, going deep into it. India has only one serious pair each. Each is an important word from the exam point of view. If you take what is a part of speech of each, either, neither, they are distributive pronouns, and there's an important rule. What is that rule? You have to recollect. They always take a singular verb, each in men's doubles and women's doubles, but none in mixed doubles. We don't have a good team in mixed doubles. For all the government funding in badminton from the days leading to the 2010 Commonwealth Games, the present scenario fails to inspire confidence. This talks about government funding. For all the government funding, so much money has been spent in badminton from the days leading to the 2010 Commonwealth Games. The present scenario, the present situation fails to inspire confidence. It is not at all inspiring, fails to inspire confidence, important expression. In addition, the fitness concerns of Saina Nehwal and B. Sai Praneeth leave Indian badminton in a serious quality crunch. As I said, crunch to tighten or squeeze financially. But in this context, it has been used with quality crunch. In addition, the fitness concerns of Saina Nehwal and B. Sai Praneeth, very good players, leave Indian badminton in a serious quality crunch. That means what? Dearth of quality, shortage of quality. Now, looking at the background, given this background, What Srikanth, 28, and Lakshya, 20, achieved in Huelva, Spain was very significant, important. In fact, Lakshya Sen, a young player, just 20, he has a great future ahead. I'm sure he's going to win a lot of medals. With COVID related restrictions playing havoc, already we have got the word havoc many a time. What is the meaning of the word havoc? Widespread destruction. And there is one combination wreak havoc, cause destruction. With COVID related restrictions playing havoc with the training and competition schedules of the players worldwide, it was great to see the Indians getting their act together, doing well on the big stage and returning with medals. Present scenario, a lot of restrictions because of COVID-19 and the change in schedules, training not easy to get because of the restrictions, and also change in schedules that definitely affect the players. So against this background, returning with two medals, a great accomplishment. That's what the sentence talks about. Lakshya was indeed a revelation, an important word. No one knew about Lakshya Sen. Now he has become very popular and is a talented player. Revelation, what does it mean? A surprising and previously unknown fact that has been disclosed to others. Now he has come into the limelight. In the before this tournament, Lakshya Sen was not known to a lot of people, but now a lot of people know Lakshya Sen. Lakshya was indeed a revelation on his way to the semi-final before losing to Srikanth. He defeated very good players on the way to reaching semi-finals. In fact, he led his senior compatriot, an important word, a fellow citizen or national of a country. In fact, he led his senior compatriot in the deciding game, but Srikanth's experience made the decisive difference. He was leading at one stage, but based on Srikanth's experience, he had to lose a match. Personally, for Srikanth, the silver was worth its weight in gold. This is a good expression. Personally, for Srikanth, the silver was worth its weight in gold. It is not silver, it is worth its weight in gold. Because after a bad patch, almost from since 2017, Srikanth became world number one, but he hasn't got a medal after that. Without a significant international title since 2017, the former world number one has fought poor form, bad patch, and fitness for a long time. Almost 4 years he was not in the limelight. Once the Indonesian coach Mulia Handoyo, the trainer of the former Olympic champion Taufik Hidayat, left India in December 2017, before completing his term as a coach, Srikanth's career graph nosedived. This is an important expression, but usually it goes with prices, nosedive. It goes with aeroplanes, nosedive. Means what? A fast and sudden fall to the ground with the front pointing down. The reason for his failure for 4 years, Srikanth's failure, the coach left before completing his term. That is the reason the editorial says. The recent confidence building performance and the prospects of Mulyo returning to India to take charge of coaching in the new year should rejuvenate Srikanth. Rejuvenation, we have got many a time. Revive, revival, rejuvenation means bring back the life to life or to make something more energetic. How does the editorial end? Lakshya should be hungry after exceeding expectations. He has done extremely well, in fact. Lakshya should be hungry after exceeding expectations and making his presence felt on one of the sport's biggest stages. He needs to pay more attention to his fitness. There are so many talented players in any field for that matter, sports especially. But what matters, initially they do well, then they suffer because of fitness problems. This goes with shuttle, this goes with tennis, this goes with cricket. So the editorial says he needs to pay attention, more attention to his fitness. Pranoy and Praneeth, both 29 and semi-finalists at the 2010 World Junior Championship, are still keen to realize their potential. These two players, they have the potential and keen to realize their potential. Keen means what? Interested. realize their potential. They have a lot of potential and they are keen to realize that. In all, the quartet sure holds hope in the upcoming season. The main idea in all, overall, while summing up, we use this in all. The quartet sure holds hope in the upcoming season. There's a hope, and these players are going to make all the difference. What are the questions you can think of based on this editorial? What is this editorial about? Not very important in this context, but generally sports important. They may give any in prelims or mains a passage. In the context of the editorial, what provided the proverbial silver lining? Keywords. What is an exception in the dismal scenario in men's singles? Keywords, dismal scenario, men's singles. In the context of the editorial, who was indeed a revelation? Keyword you can easily answer. What should rejuvenate Shrikant? Easy to answer. Now let us go to practice questions. But today I have brought mains point of view from one of the previous year's papers, a few questions. Just I wanted to check how you guys are going to receive. I'm not quite sure. And each model I have brought three questions. Have a look at, first you listen to me. Here you have four sentences. Of these four, only one is correct, true, grammatically, contextually, or all of them not true or not correct. Read every sentence to make out, you have to read every sentence and you have to choose the correct sentence. And these questions are from one of the previous year's papers, IBPS mains. You get an idea of the standards, how the questions are going to be. 1C, please look at each one very carefully. 1B, B is not correct. The reason being, would have done, that is the main clause. If clause should be in past perfect. So B is not correct, ruled out. Already have learned past conditional. If clause should be in past perfect. If I had had enough money, would have been correct. If I have enough money, I would have backpack. I would have backpack, not correct. It should be I will. I have present, I will future, open conditional. This is very close to past conditional, but it should be past perfect. If I have enough money, I would have present, would, not the right combination. So what is the answer? Answer is the third option. If I had enough money, I would backpack. Answer my question, which conditional is this? Here I had enough money past, I would backpack, would in place of will. No, the one answer is the third option, Vijay Kumar. It is hypothetical, hypothetical conditional, hypothetical conditional. C is the answer. If I had enough money, I would backpack. Here, backpack has been used as a verb. And if I have money, I will go there. Open conditional. Hypothetical, if I had money, I would go there. So it is hypothetical. Answer is the third option. That's why I said you got to read very carefully. You cannot answer these casually. Not past conditional, Rajshekhar. It is hypothetical conditional. C is the answer and it is hypothetical conditional. What is the pattern? Hypothetical conditional. If clause we use past tense and main clause we use would in place of will. Imaginary also you can say. Imaginary but better expression hypothetical. Please go to the second one. No one has responded. No, it cannot be one. The judges finally distributed the awards among the most active children, talking at length among themselves. You cannot separate. No, no, not correct. Please read carefully. You cannot answer so fast, not advisable. These are mains questions. Mains, you can't expect the questions to be very easy. Here, the judges, after the judges, you need talking at length among themselves, separated, so it is not correct. The judges talking at length among themselves, again separated, not correct. The judges talking at length among themselves finally distributed the awards among the most active children. This seems right, hold this one. The judges distributed finally talking at length among themselves the awards among the most. The judges distributed finally talking at length among themselves the awards. No, this doesn't sound right. What is the answer? C is the answer, beyond any doubt. The judges immediately have to use talking at length among themselves, finally distributed the awards among the most active children. C is the answer. I had to reduce the font size here, the reason being the text so much. You have to read very carefully. Don't be hasty. All of you, please listen. These are mains questions. Don't be hasty. Take your own time, read carefully. Only then try to answer. Hope you guys are able to make out. I had to reduce the font size. Not easy. No, D cannot be the answer. I was ill for fortnight. Does the management? No, no, not at all. There's a clue for you. What is a clue? There is a standard expression in fun. In fun means for fun. In a fun is not correct. In a fun, not correct. In a fun, not correct. So which option has in fun? Only one option. That is C. Now let us look at C. I have been ill for a fortnight. Present perfect tense. And the management as well as. When you come across as well as, you have to recollect the rule. The verb agrees with the first subject. What is the first subject over here? Management, third person singular. The school sports committee, but management prefers, and the management prefers, consider that way, considers or prefers to elect me captain of school. Initially, I thought it was only in fun, but I was wrong. If you know this expression in fun, three options you see in a fun which is not correct. In fun, only one option. Answer is that. C is the answer. I have been ill, nothing wrong. Management prefers, nothing wrong. Initially, I thought that it was only in fun. in fun is a standard phrase. Not easy. Now you have three questions. Synthesis. What does it mean? You have two sentences and you have three options. Based on these two sentences, you have to start with one of these and read very carefully. To answer all these questions, you need to be good at contextual awareness, and reading habit is required, reading the newspapers. All these contexts go with newspaper, English. 1B, what is B? Only C. Bharat is the first one to answer. Let others also respond. Yes, very good. 12 million youth enter the Indian workforce every year. A fact. 80%, based on that, 80% of these youth, means 12 million, are unskilled. While 80%, you cannot start with while. Since 12 million, you cannot start with since. Of the 12 million youth who enter the Indian workforce every year, comma, 80% are unskilled. I'm going to do that. Of the 12 million youth who enter the Indian workforce every year, comma, 80% are unskilled. Only C is correct. Based on that, if you look at the options, B, very good. Many students have got it right. I appreciate those students. The company's sales were low at the beginning of the year. Its sales have picked up in the past few months. Again, you have to read very carefully. Excuse me. When you read the two sentences, you should ask the two sentences, how are they related? Are they related first? How are they related? Here, contrast. The company sales were low at the beginning of the year. You have to think of a contrasting word. However, any contrasting word, its sales have picked up. Initially low, later picked up. That means it's a contrasting situation. Then you have to look for a contrasting word. Though the company's sales were low at the beginning of the year, comma, its sales have picked up in the past few months. You can consider A. Despite low sales at the beginning of the year, the company's sales have picked up in the past few months. This is also right. However, the company's sales have picked up. You cannot use however the company's sales have picked up. That is not correct. Only A and B. Which option is A and B? Answer is B. That is the answer. Very good. You guys have got it right. That is highly appreciable. Food inflation is touching 20%. The government will have to tighten monetary policy to prevent further rise. First, you read the sentences, see how they are related, how they are connected. Is it addition? Is it contrast? Is it reason? Based on that, you try to look at the options. Food inflation is touching 20%. Based on that, so therefore, the government will have to tighten monetary policy to prevent further rise. Answer, although food inflation, you cannot use a contrasting word. With the tightening of monetary policy, the government, but here it says, will have to tighten. You cannot use be. No, no, be cannot be used. Given that food inflation is touching 20%, the government will have to tighten monetary policy to prevent further rise. You can consider C. Based on that, what is the answer? Only C. C is the answer. You can consider C. Given that food inflation is touching 20%, the government will have to tighten monetary policy to prevent further rise. Answer is only C. That is the third option, C, only C. Have you guys got it? Yes or no? Huh. A few students have got it right. That's very good. Now let us go to idioms. Yes, that's right. C is the answer. We cannot use be. Dark horse. What is the meaning of the idiom dark horse? A candidate with doubtful chances of success. B is the answer. At daggers drawn, this goes with writers, artists, politicians, celebrities. Huh, that's very good. These are quite challenging, but we need to spend a lot of time because I need to give you guys time to read all the options. Only then you can answer. You cannot answer in a hurry. At daggers drawn means what? Openly hostile. D. Elbow room. Space in which one can move freely. El Dorado, an important one. What does it mean? An imaginary land of plenty and prosperity. Fag end of the session, I use regularly. Last part of something. How many of you have cleared SBI PO prelims? All are important idioms. Let us go to editorial vocabulary. And let me tell you guys, one of the students the other day said, it seems I always tell you guys to read the Economist magazine. SBI PO, there was a passage related to the chocolate production in the African continent, cocoa especially, known for that. And the article was taken from the Economist magazine September issue. September issue, the Economist, they have taken an article and given as a passage. Do you guys realize the importance of why I say read the Economist magazine once a week? Passage, SBI PO. At least once a week, you have to read the Economist magazine. You should get exposed to that language, the standards. Then, mains, you can handle many questions. Quartet, any group of four persons. C. Thrive, flourish, it goes with business. H. Silver lining, what does it mean? Sign of hope in an otherwise bad situation. Gate crash, enter without invitation. Heartwarming performance. What does it mean? Emotionally rewarding, enriching. Dismal performance. Pitifully bad, very bad. Wreak havoc. Havoc means widespread destruction. Compatriot, noun. Fellow citizen. Nosedive, it goes with aeroplanes, it goes with prices, standards. Fast and sudden fall. Revelation, reveal, disclose, make public. Revelation, surprising fact that hasn't been known, that has been disclosed, that has been revealed. Answer is D. Has anyone got all the 10 correct? No one has answered my question. How many of you have cleared SBI PO prelims? Anyone here? The exam is on January. Which one? Which passage? Sirisha, which passage are you talking about? Please be specific. Balu Naik, what does it mean? All the 10 correct. That's all for today. I would like to know how many of you have cleared SBI PO prelims. Then, if there are a lot of students, it makes sense to bring questions based on, oh, really? Okay, okay. That's quite interesting. That is really interesting. Then it makes sense. I can decide whether to bring prelims level questions or mains level questions. Balu Naik has cleared, Prithvi Raja has cleared. I know that. Climate change, I have been telling, already have given, my acronym, SLEEPS. Science and technology, legal, education, economy, polity, socio-cultural problems. Socio-cultural problems, there I give environment. Environment has so many dimensions. 20 years down the line, 30 years down the line, environment related topics they are going to give. But you cleared some exam, Prithvi Raja. Which one is that? Oh, Lakshman, 1.25. See, competition is so severe. Let me ask you a question. Do you want me to bring prelims level questions or mains level questions? Now you respond immediately. Do you want prelims level questions or mains level questions? I don't see a lot of students. Only one student has responded. Balu Naik cleared SBI PO. Other, not even, I don't see another name. Just respond. No, that's okay. 1.5. Mains level. I will do it if I'm. See, health is very important. You guys say, sir, please do continuously, please be regular. Do you think I don't know that? I'm doing this for so many, I have been doing for the last 1 year, more than a year. And I have been known, I'm known for my punctuality and regularity. But you all should remember, I'm not a machine. Everyone will have health issues, sometimes technical problems. Entire last week, I was down, to be very frank. Bad throat, sore throat. How can I take the session when I'm not well? How can you expect the sessions to be uh, to take the session every day? Who is this? I appreciate your interest, your enthusiasm, your passion. When you guys say, "Sir, please take regularly, please continue." But you should also understand, from my point of view, any educator for that matter, we are all human beings. Sometimes personal works, sometimes technical problems, health issues. Definitely, health is wealth. I believe in that. Yes, yes, that's very good. Have a nice day. I will see you guys tomorrow, and I'll try to bring mains level questions at least for a few days. Let's see how it goes. And do remember to subscribe and share. After the session, I'll provide the PDF, join the Telegram group, and work on important questions.